6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
6, 4, 5, 6. Gotta be down, ready now.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream. I'm Tony. Hi.
And Aaron's not here, and I'm Ryan. Good evening, brother.
Welcome, brother.
I'm good. I just didn't want to mess anyone up. You know, I'm Tony, I'm Aaron, I'm Ryan.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
yeah.
I should have gone, I'm Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's not with us this evening. After him filling in with Wadman last week, we decided to give him the night off.
I don't know why I just crossed, like, Aaron's okay. Nothing happened to him.
No, everything's fine. He's just not here.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I guess he's got sick little one tonight, and the missus need a little extra help. So, anyway, Aaron, if you get a chance to watch, we'd love it if you chime in, of course. Oh boy, speaking of chiming in, let's see what we got here.
Already, huh?
Follow the rum follows. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that this is Aaron.
Yeah, follow the rum follows. I guess I'll have to go and follow that account. I didn't know he had that account.
Exactly. Hi, brothers.
But hello, brother.
Duties tonight. He said duty. Yes.
Well, that's all right. Aaron gave us the night off last week when we did not have fatherly and husband duties.
Oh, goodness, we did not.
Because we were in Las Vegas. But we appreciate Wadman filling in, and it's like they did a great job. He's a natural.
Yeah. Speaking of Wadman, welcome back, guys. Hope the trip was fun. And yes, it was. It was.
It was good. My digestive system's still recovering.
Yeah, mine is too. Maybe a little bit too much alcohol. I don't know. Maybe a little bit too much sun.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. So basically 1 week ago tonight, it all began. Anyway, yes, it was a fun trip, much needed R&R. We hung up by the pool. We stayed at our favorite place in Vegas, of course, the Cosmopolitan. And this time around, it was kind of cool because we had our very own casino host. So Shay, if you're watching, thank you for everything.
Well, where's Aaron right now to be like, let's start talking about aviation.
Aviation, what?
You missed this comment. Oh, yeah. No, Aaron from Spinny Side Up. I'm out. Well,
dude, you want to stick around because we actually have a Utah Medivac helicopter story to talk about tonight.
No, he's out, man. He can't watch now. You know what? Play the Elon Musk clip for me about that.
I was just going to say, where is it? So, hey, Hess.
Go fuck yourself.
Just kidding. We love you. We love you, dude. No, seriously, stick around. You probably already know this story because you're kind of in that community, but pretty interesting. So we'll be talking about that. Among other stories, social media has it out for Boeing again, and they have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. We're going to explain that a little bit later. Let's see, what else are we talking about? We've got a brand new Fuck Around and Find Out tonight.
Yes, we do.
Be here for. Also, let's see. I'm looking at the rundown here. Let's see. Also, we've got.
We're also talking about the Air Force and getting rid of the aircraft. They kind of said
procurements and divestments.
Yes.
An actual update to that. And apparently, Delta contract baggage handlers to have something against golf clubs. We'll talk about that as well. But a few more comments to get to really quick. AvGeek Joe, I already preloaded some comments. See above, Joe Sands. Oh, goodness.
Nice.
I don't see him, actually, Joe. Will you send them again? Because they did not come through on my end. So if you've already got some there, please, copy and paste.
Oh, yeah. I don't see him either. So.
Watching from my family YouTube channel. Oh, well, that, of course. Okay. Follow the rum follows. Gotcha. Thanks, Hess. LOL. Okay, fine. Whatever. Wadman, Air Force released new photos of the B-21 today. You know what? I saw an airborne photo of it. Hey, Wadman, would you send that to one of us or tag us on our Instagram? We'll pull that up, or maybe even Ryan can be looking that up as well.
I'm actually looking it up as we speak.
I
But
saw one or two of them, and then Avgeek Joe sure will resend. Stand by. Thank you. And Spinny side up. Oh, that's so cute. He's got his own emojis.
he's got his own emojis. Nice.
Hey, while you're looking that one up, brother, shall we start with tonight's palate cleansing video?
I love these. Go for it. Yes.
Okay, here we go. So this is from Twitter. This is a post from Virginie Sigoni at Jeannie Sigoni on Twitter, and this was posted by Pilot Shay. It's like in Dumb and Dumber. Anyway, every pilot right before a drive, and if you're a pilot or just an av geek like we are, you can totally relate.
That's awesome. I can totally relate. I sometimes when I pull into your driveway, because Tony's driveway is so angled, I feel like I'm sitting in the cockpit of the space shuttle, and I'll start flipping some of my switches and talking to Houston. So yes, I can relate to that.
I know. I do the same thing. I'll get in the car. I press the start button. I have to press that stupid auto start or stop start disable switch. I press that. I recirculate my air conditioning. I check to make sure I'm in parked. I just have my own. I do. Well,
Nice.
I thought that was pretty funny. Let's see here. Matt Wadman says there's 3 photos on Edwards Air Force.
Well,
Twitter.
okay. Or let me just, since I already looked it up, thanks, Wadman, but I already looked it up. So let me pull this up, brother, and we can.
By the way, Aaron says that's definitely a helicopter engine starting. Hess, you want to chime in on that?
It definitely sounded like it, didn't it?
Okay,
Anyway, here it is right here. This is coming from airandspaceforces.com. I'm going to go to it. Anyway, here it says right here, the Air Force released new photos. The B-21 Raider on May 22nd, offering the first official images of the bomber since it's made its first flight. Images show the bomber taking off in the air and in the hangar at Edwards. And anyway, here's the photos. Let me scroll down. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Look at that thing.
Sexy.
Yeah, so there it is. I'm assuming taking off. There it is, all cleaned up.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
So now that probe is for testing. That's not going to be there on the operational version.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, okay.
I would assume. I mean, Wadman can tell us that, but I would assume so. Oh, damn, look at that.
Badass picture.
God, that is so cool looking. So, yeah, thanks for the heads up on that, Wadman. There's the photos. Beauty, eh?
I've said this before. I love the color of the paint.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I guess we can ask Wadman for some confirmation of this. Is this the actual color of the operational colored paint job? Is that what it's going to be? Or do you know if it's going to change? Is this just to test materials, or maybe you can't answer that or you'll have to kill us? Either way.
God, that is an awesome view of that in the hangar. That's badass.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yes, it was.
By the way, Aaron, am I right, Hess? And Hess, of course. Correct. Movie.
It's the space one, right?
Yes.
I can't remember the name of it, though. Damn it. Go ahead. What is it?
I do not understand the question.
Shit. It's not coming to me.
Seriously?
Star Trek?
Okay, you're almost there.
God, I don't know. Just tell me, damn it. I can't remember.
It's the beginning of Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home.
Oh, okay. There you go. See, I was on the right track. I knew.
You were. And hey, we got a comment from Isaac Alexander. USAF hasn't confirmed what the final paint color will be. Thank you for the heads up. I
Oh,
appreciate
nice.
it.
Yeah, I appreciate you chiming in there.
And well, now from someone that works for Northrop Grumman, yep, that is the final color.
Okay.
So
Well, there you go.
I appreciate your input, Isaac, but I'm going to have to take this one directly from the horse's mouth. Anyway, let's see. Oh, here's AvGeek Joe. I know Isaac. He's the ultimate insider from Tacoma, Washington. Oh, see, everyone's an insider except us. Well, we're kind of insiders.
Yeah, we're insiders in a way.
No, right?
Yep. Awesome. Nice.
All right. So, how about our first story up tonight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Get this going. And I should save this till last so we can kind of retain Hess's interest for a little while, but we'll go ahead and do this first. So this is coming on Twitter off of, this is a new account I just started following. It's called SLC Scanner, at SLC Scanner on X. And here is what happened this morning on scene. In American Fork, this is in Utah. This is probably, about 25 minutes south of Salt Lake City, maybe about 15 minutes north of Provo. While on scene of a terrible fatal crash this morning, the patient with extreme thermal burns. Are there any other burns than thermal?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway. As the patient was extricated from a burning truck, he was loaded into a life flight helicopter. Just as the pilot was starting up, a small gray car driven by an impaired female passed the police closure and drove into the scene, almost hitting several officers and the helicopter, getting ready to start up.
Damn.
She was taken out of the vehicle, and an officer moved the vehicle away from the helicopter. The pilot had to do another walk around to make sure it wasn't hit. You can see her standing next to the median while the helicopter starts up and takes off. She was arrested on multiple charges. We have a list of those charges, by the way. He says, I've been to many scenes and never seen someone drive all the way into the scene and come feet away from hitting a helicopter. So check out this video here. There's the car. You can see it, and you hear the police just yelling at her. Stop the fucking car now! I'm going to back this up for just a second. So, I mean, just to see how close. I mean, the helicopter's pretty close to the.
Damn.
I know, right? I don't know if they've got flashlights or guns drawn. There's one's with a flashlight.
No, I think
on his gun.
They all have flashlights. It looks like. I don't. Damn. I mean, she's kind of lucky that she didn't get more than what happened to her, I guess.
Well, yeah, and Hess can probably comment on this too. And that's the cop moving the car, and there she is right there in the red.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she thought all the flashing lights she was going to a rave or something. They said that she was impaired.
Well, obviously you'd have to be impaired to go through a police, what do they call it?
Right.
Blockade or whatever. I mean,
in a hurry.
Yeah, God, what an idiot. Well, let's see if we have a few comments here for a minute.
And of course, Spinny Side Up, I have stories. I know, dude, we need to get you back on the podcast again. Because we've heard some great stories on your deployment to the sandbox. But I'm sure now you've been flying, medical helicopters for so long, here stateside. You've got some good ones for us. So yes, please join us for another episode of the podcast. We
need to have him on and maybe tell some of those stories if you can. And then
exactly,
brother Aaron chiming in. Wow, yeah, wow, I can't believe that.
Well,
I mean.
Wow. Go ahead, brother.
No, I watched videos like that, and I mean, she had to have been pretty impaired, because how do you not put two and two together with all that? Like, I'm sure the freeway was closed.
Well, yeah, how did you even get that far if the freeway was closed?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is going to change their procedures in closing highways down when a helicopter has to land, because obviously the blockade was easy to pass through by someone who's impaired, right? So
Yeah. Or maybe she just had to pee really bad.
yeah, that's a good excuse.
Yep. And then Avgeek Joe, please have me on. I have epic stories to tell. And yes, this story is epic. Fuck around and find out. Epic world champion FAFO story.
Nice.
Love it. Yes. And Avgeek Joe, we want to get you on the podcast as well. So going back to the story really quick, I just want to say, so the driver in the truck died. I read a little bit further later. He died later at the hospital. So that extra time that it took to clear the vehicle out of the way, to have the pilot shut down, do another walk around, make sure the aircraft wasn't damaged, start up, are those minutes that could have saved that person's life?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would assume. I mean, it's a good question, but I would assume that he was probably already deceased. But they did dispatch a helicopter, so I mean, that's also something maybe Hess could respond to as well. Like, do they go if there's any chance at all, or do they go even if like there's one occupant that's deceased? Like, I don't know what the protocol is there. So
yeah, I think that, I mean, it has to be pretty obvious that this person is expired. And whether that means, I mean, sorry to sound gross, but like a decapitation or something along those lines, dead at the scene before they even arrive. I mean, from what I understand, and this goes from, our sister Lisa, her husband Mike, he's been a paramedic throughout all these years, and he had a few stories, and I think I heard one from him where he said that they have to keep trying to resuscitate them until a doctor actually pronounces them dead. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm going to stay in my lane in this one. But
yeah, Hess does say no, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
He just said long explanation. We can save for next time I'm on. Okay. Well,
sounds good. Okay. Here is a list of the charges brought against this stupid lady. All right. Driving on a suspended or revoked license.
Shocker.
Driving under the influence. First offense in 10 years. Oh, they keep track of that stuff, huh? Failed to observe barricade, light sign, cone, or obey flagman.
Okay.
Illegal tires.
Oh, okay. Now they're just looking for everything because they're mad, which I would.
Right. Possession of controlled substance, marijuana / spice. Reckless driving. Refusing a chemical test. First offense in 10 years. And use or possession of drug paraphernalia. So, long story short, she was fucked up and didn't care.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not our fuck around and find out.
I know, right?
But we have a lot of those stories, unfortunately.
Yes,
but
we have another one. So
whatever. Anyway,
I don't even have to say the moral of the story. I just can't even believe that. And yes, I can't wait to have Hess on / Spinny Side Up so we can hear some more of these stories. So
yes,
yeah. So anyway, by the way, this is a live show every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter /X. Sometimes we're on Instagram Live when it's working. The link or whatever hasn't been working the last couple of weeks, so hopefully we'll get that back going next week. And then also on Rumble as well. By the way, an update: we want to welcome all of our new subscribers from YouTube. We're pretty close to reaching another milestone, and love it when you guys check out our YouTube content. Check out our shorts. We've got lots of video from like red flags, air shows, just random aviation stuff. If you haven't been to our YouTube channel, check it out. Make sure you share it. Check out a lot of the content, like it, subscribe, and like I said, share it as well.
Yeah, and if I could give a little plug to that, also, our brother Aaron, who's the third one that's not on tonight, he's been working really hard on putting all these videos on and shorts and things like that. Thanks, brother. If you could just help us reach our next milestone, it's really been working. Our followers are increasing, our subscribers are increasing. So please go on there and if you're already subscribed, please share it with someone and just help a brothers out, please. But anyway,
by the way, if you're new to the internet and YouTube tarded, which is probably something that would happen like maybe 10, 15 years ago.
How dare you use that word?
It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, by the way.
No. Nope.
Just saying.
Of course, he's a Rusky, but he's a retard or something.
All right. So,
Nice.
AvGeek Joe, I mean, what can top this world champ? I know, and it's not even the FAFO for the segment tonight. If you are a good human, you do not FAFO with Heliborn Rescue Ops, period. Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I side with the cops that are just like, stop the fucking car now.
Exactly.
That would have been me, 100%.
That's just insane. So, anyway, on to our next story. So, if you remember last time the three of the brothers were together, we were talking about this little chart here, the planned divestments and procurements for.
Mhm.
Did I say that right? Procurements.
Procurement.
Procurements.
Well done, brother.
I feel like
you sounded like Forrest Gump, just so you know.
I know. I kind of felt like Forrest Gump too, but I sounded like what's his name warming up for the newscast.
Ron Burgundy.
I felt like I felt like Ron Burgundy warming up for his newscast.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
So recently this was listed, and this had all of the divestments, and on that list were a bunch of F-22 Raptors, as you can see right here, as well as a bunch of older and aging F-15s. And so, we're Av geeks. We weren't very happy with that. So I'm thinking somebody must have heard us, because in this next story, I'm going to just go ahead and pull this up right now. So the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act to stop retirement of the oldest F-22s and F-15Es. So the NDAA, and that's not a non-disclosure agreement, that's something else. By the way, this is coming from the Aviationist, which is a great source for aviation news, and I can't even talk. But the NDAA draft aims to block for the foreseeable future the divestment of the two aircraft, as well as increasing again the planned F-15EX fleet. After the U.S. Air Force planned to retire 250 aircraft in 2025, including 32 F-22A Raptors and 26 F-15E Strike Eagle fighters, the House Armed Services Committee is proposing significant changes to the Air Force's plans. The lawmakers, in fact, want to prevent the divestment of these tactical fighter jets, as well as increase the F-15EX orders. I am totally down with that. The divestment of the oldest airframes for both F-22 and F-15E fleets was proposed a couple of years ago in an effort to optimize resources. The retirement of the oldest aircraft was decided because of the high cost that it would take to upgrade those fighters, so the retirement would free up resources to upgrade the rest of the two fleets. But, I mean, in my opinion, diminishing the fleet by, 32 and 26. So let's see, 3 plus 2 plus 8. All right, 58 aircraft.
58, brother. Okay.
I was kidding. Among the 250 aircraft to be retired are also 56 A-10s, which I don't think were affected.
God, I know. I wish that one was reversed.
Dude, me too. 65 F-15Cs and Ds and 11 F-16s, whose divestment appears to have been granted. Recently, it was also discovered that the Air Force is divesting its first B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, an airframe which was damaged in a 2022 incident, and whose repairs have been deemed uneconomical. Let's now go with order and discuss the situation for each of the F-22 and F-15. Well, you can read up more on this. I'm kind of a headline kind of guy. Anyway, the Air Force, I'm just going to read a couple of things. So the Air Force first requested the approval to divest the oldest F-22s. I mean, how long have we even known about this aircraft?
Jeez, I know, right?
The plan was to divest all but 3 Block 20 aircraft and send them to the boneyard at Davis-Monthan, reducing the overall fleet from 186 to 153. Among the reasons behind this plan, the service listed the high cost that would be required to upgrade these 33 aircraft to an operational status. Major General Pitia, then Air Force's, I don't know,
Pekia, probably.
Yeah. Then Air Force's Deputy Assistant Budget Secretary mentioned that an investment of $1.8 million over 8 years would be required to upgrade the older F-22. $1.8 million. Okay. $1.8 million, that's all?
I know, right? I mean, fuck, we can send billions to Ukraine, but we can't just...
I mean, Jesus. Yeah. All right. It's worth noting that these older F-22s right now are only used for training, as the Block 20 has only basic air-to-ground capabilities compared to more recent blocks. The retirement of the oldest Raptors was also going to free up resources to upgrade. Okay, so then what are they going to use to train in? Sometimes
it's hard. It's hard to know every, detail or whatever in the fine print of when they plan these procurements and things like and divestments. But again, this is a aviation AvGeek podcast, and to us, some things don't make sense, and it's just good to see that there are people and politicians or whoever it is that starts this that they bring out the list of what they're going to do, and we have some people like creating these bills or acts or whatever you call to be like, whoa, hang on a second, maybe we shouldn't just do this without maybe a little bit of oversight into everything. Mm-hmm. So at least that's happening. Like I said, I'm disappointed that they can't do anything about the A-10, but that coming from an AvGeek, that's obviously that's something that makes sense.
I mean, here's the thought. You have different leadership in Washington, D.C. Come next January, hope to God, and then maybe that changes.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, 100%. It could.
Anyway, so there's some good news for the F-22s, for the Block 20s, and of course the older F-15Es that they will remain for a while. Epic Aviation 47. Oh Lord, hi everyone. Why do you just have to say "Oh Lord" in front of that?
Because it's us.
he's like, oh God, I'm watching an Epic Aviation podcast. Did I say something? Oh man. Anyway, no, dude, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Absolutely,
having on board. And if you're watching as well, be sure to say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe where you're watching or listening from tonight. If you're a first-time viewer, we'd love that as well. So all right, brother, what else we got here?
Maybe we should move on to the Boeing stuff.
Jederazzi, what's up, dude? Oh yeah.
Oh good, Jederazzi's saying hello. He'll probably have some comments on this next story, I would imagine.
All right, let's see here. I'm trying to see which one do I want to start with. Okay.
And as always, Spinny Side Up saying hello, giving a shout out. Thanks, man. Glad you didn't leave because Aaron wasn't here.
Yeah, thank you. You'll find it's just as good. I guess. I don't know. We're winging it. We're on a wing and a prayer. What movie?
Always.
There you go. Good job, brother. Good
Thanks.
job. Okay, that one actually deserves a oh, do we not have applause?
No, we don't.
How about that?
Yeah, we have that one. I'll take that one. Thank you.
All right, let's see. So this happened this week, actually fairly recently. This particular post is on X/Twitter. The size okay, brother?
That's what she said. Yeah, I think the size is fine. Yeah.
The size is good.
Zoom in on this.
Hey, I don't have to. Anyway. This is from Ian Miles Cheong on X at Still Gray. Grim footage from the Singapore Airlines Boeing 777 flight from London to St. George. Whoa.
That's not SGU. That's
gotcha.
Singapore.
Okay. Passengers were flung up to the ceiling when it experienced a 7,000-foot drop. Now, the thing that I want to point out on this is this Ian Miles Chong guy. He got it right. And the reason why he got it right is because he says grim footage from the Singapore Airlines. He didn't have to include Boeing 777 flight, but it's okay that it is.
Yeah.
Flight from London to Singapore, passengers flying over. Okay, so let's just kind of look at this video.
We are diverging to Bangkok. We are diverging to,
Damn. So it's pretty sad because a passenger did lose their life.
I heard from the reports it was an elderly passenger.
Correct. So
Damn, look at her face.
I'm guessing that's not smeared lipstick. Oh geez. Yeah, they're not too happy campers on this flight. Look at that. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyway, that's crazy. So let's see. Oh Jesus. Here's
I don't think we should
that.
even.
No, but there's see now, okay. I understand. Okay, Natalie Soria. Let's just go to your Twitter page. Let's see. Politically correct. Okay, that's fine. Okay, gotcha. You're on the right track from some things. But I don't see anything in there that mentions her aviation expertise credentials. That's interesting. Global. Okay. Now I understand that Boeing has their issues. Okay. I got it. All right. Have you ever been on an airplane that's experienced turbulence, especially clear air turbulence, like maybe when you're flying from the East Coast to the West Coast, especially around the Rockies?
the Walkies.
It's been May the 4th. Oh, no, that's Wookiees. Anyway, I'm going to go to another post here as well. But, there's the clear air turbulence. There's mountain wave. It's scary. That stuff, usually clear air turbulence is not easily forecast.
Mm-hmm.
And so, did I lose your brother? You're moving around kind of funny. Let's see.
Am I?
We're good. No.
Okay.
So, anyway.
And I have a quick story after you share this that I saw on Reuters about this incident, but go ahead with what you were doing as well.
On Reuters?
Reuters. That's right. Good old Reuters.
So this one here, so this is coming from Colin Rugg. And I'm guessing he's a guy that just like reposts a lot of stuff. I follow him, I guess, because anyway. I don't believe he's an expert on anything either, but he posts a lot of stuff aviation. So anyway, Justin, Boeing offers condolences after a passenger was killed on a Boeing 777 plane. Okay. Not necessary. Says their thoughts are with the passengers and crew. Okay, that's great. Boeing's a manufacturer of the airplane. It did happen on one of their aircraft, but it wasn't related at all to the manufacturer of the aircraft, to the mechanical status of the aircraft, nothing like that. In total, 30 people were injured and a 73-year-old British man was killed. The incident happened after the plane fell a whopping 6,000 feet. Suddenly, the aircraft starts tilting up and there was a shaking, so I started bracing for what was happening. And very suddenly, there was a very dramatic drop, so everyone seated and not wearing a seatbelt was launched immediately into the ceiling. Some people hit their heads on the baggage cabins overhead and dented it. They hit the places where lights and masks and broke straight through it. So here's some more video here. We'll start this from the beginning. Volume down. I'm guessing this is after the plane landed.
Oh yeah,
There's nobody
sure
there.
it is. Well, they had to have declared a medical emergency and probably went to the
absolutely,
the closest. And what a lot of these, one of the stories that I am going to share, it does say that the individual that died, he didn't die from like blunt force trauma. He had a heart attack.
Yeah, well,
scared the shit out of him.
Heart attacks, yeah. That's just crazy.
Damn.
So there's also let's see, I think, oh yeah, here it is right here. I want to play this from the beginning. So let me just enlarge enlarge this. You guys see that okay?
Yep.
So here's a playback from Flight Radar 24. And if you look, so their barometric altitude, 37,000 feet, ground speed, 502 knots. The number you want to keep an eye on, can you see my pointer right here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The number you want to keep an eye on right here is the vertical speed. Watch as this plays out. It's fluctuating a little bit right here. 64 feet per minute, 1920 feet per minute. That is a crazy drop. That's that's just absolutely insane.
Wow.
So, let's see. Yeah. So there was a post on here from somebody saying, "Well, I'll just drive from now on because I don't want to fly on Boeing, blah blah blah." And I replied to her and I said, "Well, it's a pretty long flight from where did they go from? They were going to Singapore. Oh, from London to Singapore. So
Yeah.
drive. Anyway,
Yeah, right.
And go ahead and point out what you were going to point out because I've got one more thing that I want to say.
Well, I just, when you hear this story, we've been talking a lot about how we think there could be some sort of obvious, against Boeing, in the news, and they're always wanting to downgrade Boeing, and obviously everyone knows how we feel about it. But even this morning, like when my girlfriend was getting ready and they did a news story, they've always got to make a point that it's a Boeing aircraft. And then they had some turbulence expert on that's basically comes on the screen and is basically like, it gets bumpy in a plane when there's turbulence. It's like, well, no shit. It's like, it's just a story, which, yes, that's a huge drop in altitude. And yes, there's turbulence when you fly. It doesn't only happen on a Boeing aircraft, but, it's just so annoying to see some of the reports and things that are said because, they take every precaution when you fly on any airline. I mean, they tell you when you're in your seat to keep your seatbelt on.
And they do it for a reason.
And that's
to be dicks.
Exactly. And that's the reason. And if you are up, moving around the cabin, if they turn that seatbelt sign off, like when I was just recently went to Hawaii, there is, it's about 6 hour flight. And yeah, he'll flip off the seatbelt sign, but that doesn't mean you just take it off. Like if you need to get up and walk or use the restroom, that's great. But, it's not like they tell you like, oh, the seatbelt sign's off, just do whatever you want. Like, so these kind of things are things that aren't preventable. Obviously, they radio ahead to other aircraft and they look at the weather and they do whatever they can. But I remember a couple times with the seatbelt sign off, there was a tiny bit of turbulence and boom, that light comes right back on. So, this is obviously scary. And if you're on that flight, I'm sure you shit your pants a little bit, but it's not so uncommon that we need to start looking into Boeing aircraft.
Well,
and that's what's annoying.
And that's the thing. If this had happened on an Airbus or Bombardier, or not Bombardier anymore, I guess that is Airbus. An Embraer jet.
Yeah.
Would they even mention the aircraft type would have been buried deep down in the article?
Yeah, probably.
But no, it has to be Boeing because it's Boeing.
Generazzi, that Singapore flight is absolute nightmare fuel. Yeah, I bet. And then Spinny Side Up has chiming in, use caution when opening the overhead bin as items may had shifted during flight.
You think?
Yeah, no shit, man. Sorry, just a few more since we were a little behind. Avgeek Joe, somehow this epic turbulence doesn't happen when I'm flying over the Rockies or Cascades. And Natalia needs to go to some air shows and meet Queen Mach. Nice. Sorry, just a few more. Generazzi, the traveling public are so stupid. Yes, I agree. And then got William Gilmore. I just watched Happy Gilmore last night. William Gilmore. Hello, everyone. Well,
hey, William, thanks for watching, dude.
Yes, definitely. And then Avgeek Joe, well said, Ryan. People need to just be a bit more careful and enjoy the turbulence. Yeah, I'm sure they enjoyed that one. I got some in an A220 last Saturday and give the lady pilot roses for honoring my wish to fly into turbulence. Nice.
Oh dear Lord.
Av geeks aren't really as into turbulence as maybe the rest of us are, but I probably would have shit my pants a little on that one too, don't you think?
Yep, probably. A couple more comments just came in. William, just keep the seatbelt sign on and raise your hand if you have to use it. Exactly. Why not? We're all civilized, right? And then AvGeek Joe, haha, William, nice. Spinny Side Up brings up a good point here, and I was going to talk about this. Blame the dispatcher for the route. You know what? You put a laughing emoji, but you're actually not wrong.
Yeah, that's what I meant by they radio ahead and check. Yeah.
Well, if anyone should be screaming, it should be screaming at science, because there still is not a reliable way to predict all the potential for turbulence out there. You do get PIREPs, and like you said, pilots will call out and they'll give a PIREP about turbulence. They were at this altitude, they were at this location. Reports of severe turbulence, moderate turbulence. In this case, of course, extreme turbulence, or I guess ludicrous turbulence. What movie?
Spaceballs.
Okay, good job, brother. You're still on it. Way to go. But there's also winds aloft charts that you can look at, and you can actually look for wind shear and kind of guess where maybe some turbulence might be. Part of the dispatch paperwork is a winds aloft report along the route at different altitudes, so they can look ahead and kind of see where that's kind of predictable. ATC, based on their information, can spread that. So there's all kinds of ways that can happen. But if the dispatcher should be monitoring this flight from beginning to end, from the minute he pushes back from the block to the minute they block back in, the dispatcher should be monitoring that flight. And the dispatcher should also be monitoring for PIREPs and other information, and looking at the radar and seeing for this potential. So sorry, nothing to do with the aircraft as well, Boeing haters. So you can just fuck off for being idiots, in my opinion. Oh wait, I'm just gonna let Elon say it.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Okay, thank you very much.
And did you see? Sorry, I want to just elaborate on that. Did you see a kayak? And I think I might have sent this to you guys earlier, but they've included a feature now when you're booking flights.
Here you go, brother.
Oh, there it is. That you can check this out. Yeah, go ahead and scroll that down. So they allow you now to
Mario Nawfall.
I'm glad you pulled. I didn't think you had that in the queue. So, but yeah, look at that. It allows you to exclude a Boeing. It's like, come on, people. Like, have we not learned in the last 4 years that media hype isn't always accurate? Like, come on.
By the way, I think Aaron reported on or commented on this somewhere. I tried to see it, but anyway. So here's this Mario Nawfall guy. British man dies when passengers were flung to ceiling on Boeing flight.
Yeah,
Boeing's not the airline, dipshit. It was Singapore Airlines. It just so happened to be that they were on a Boeing aircraft. Turbulence does not discriminate by aircraft you know what? I'm just going to stop talking about this shit because it just pisses me off more and more. People are so stupid, and I'm just going to bring this back up from Jetarazzi. The traveling public are so stupid. So's the media, really.
They are. I mean, it just is what it is, right? Like,
and the whole social media mob, they have to jump on so they can get their likes and their clickbait and all that stuff, and they don't care. They're just stupid.
Well, I mean, and they fail to mention, like, when you read that headline that you just read, it makes it sound like the guy that died was like impaled in something, or he crushed his head or broke his neck. But and that's the other thing too. Like, they write these headlines and it's all to just grasp your attention. But you read some articles that are written pretty well, and it just explains what happened and all that, and it's not fixated on it being a Boeing. And
you can't put that in the headline though, that he died of a heart attack, because it's got to be airplanes don't kill people, Boeing does.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
Well,
mean?
let me.
It's gotta fit that narrative so people will, oh, well, look, see, another Boeing airplane killed somebody.
Right, right. Well, here, let me show you this just really quick. I know we've been going on this one for a minute, but let me just go over this. This again comes from Reuters, not Reuters.
Not Reuters.
Talks about the mechanics of turbulence, and see, and here, this, one passenger died of a suspected heart attack, and others were injured after it hit severe turbulence. The sudden
Hey, by
turbulence.
the way, scroll back up to the top of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see any mention of Boeing. What happened to Singapore Airlines flight SQ321 and why?
It does down here. It says
Yeah, but it says one passenger died of a suspected heart attack and many others were injured after a Singapore Airlines flight from London forced the Boeing 777. That's exactly how that should be written, right?
yeah, and that's
Kudos to Reuters and everybody who contributed
Reuters.
to that particle or
Yeah.
particle.
And that's why I kind of wanted to share this article. I mean, it's just a really good article. If you guys want to go check it out, I'm not going to go through it all, but it says there were thunderstorms, some severe in the area at the time.
Again, the dispatcher should be alerting the flight crew of information like that as well, because severe thunderstorms also obviously affect and can cause turbulence. Go ahead and finish.
I just like this little graph because it shows how rapid it actually occurred. You see that? Moves up and down before it's dropping down. It reaches around 400 feet above original altitude during the event. The plane's vertical speed, the rate by which the plane ascends or descends, quickly surged to 1,664 feet per minute before plummeting to minus 1,536 feet per minute in a matter of 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Damn, that was a ride.
Man.
Damn. But anyway, this just kind of goes on and explains, anyway, an informative article again on Reuters titled "The Mechanics of Turbulence," kind of explains. And I thought this is really good for people that maybe don't know a lot about turbulence. But
we should probably put that up on the RampCheck X account so people can see it, or just have them watch the RampCheck Aviation podcast here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yes. Why? Yes.
Yeah. A couple of comments here. One from AvGeek Joe. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Nicely done. I try to use my place in media to educate the next generation of aviation fans at Simple Flying. Nice plug, dude. Simpleflying.com. Go and check that out. Great content for all things aviation as well. And William Gilmore, what's that on the radar, FO? It's Boeing turbulence, Captain. Sounds stupid. Fly Navy.
Nice.
I love it.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, what do you say? Oh, we got another comment. Oh, thank you, Tony, from AvGeek Joe. Happy to do that. Let's see. All right, let's move on to this story right here. And this is actually our segment titled "Fuck Around and Find Out."
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find.
Did that even play?
It kind of was like choppy.
That was weird on my end. I'm glad BH World isn't watching because, he'd be giving me shit for my internet connection. I'm going to try this one more time.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
That was
so much better.
That was better. Yeah, well done.
So tonight's Fuck Around and Find Out is brought to you by some entitled person.
Videos like this make my blood boil.
Yep, exactly. And so let's see. Okay, here it is right here. So this again from Colin Rugg. He likes to repost a lot of stuff. So it might be worth the follow or the subscription. I don't know. Anyway, so Frontier passenger makes entire flight deplane. Get your terms right, dude. After she refused to comply with exit row instructions, gets arrested. The woman allegedly refused to help save anyone in case of an emergency before yelling at a flight staff.
God, that's fine if you don't want to, but Jesus, like, you
Yeah.
don't need to make a whole goddamn scene about it.
I'm just gonna say, yeah.
Oh, and I'll just read the quote. Oh, I'm not going to save anybody if something happens. I'm going to save myself. The woman who filmed the video recalled the passengers saying, God.
Selfish bitch. Anyway, as the situation escalated, police entered the aircraft. The entire plane had to be deplaned while the police officers made the arrest. Footage at the end of the video shows police officers escorting the woman off the plane while all the passengers watched. The incident reportedly happened at Charlotte Douglas International Airport in North Carolina. So we'll start this from the beginning. Stand by. Now, this actually takes place after she refused to help anybody, just so you know. I guess that's when all the phones started popping up and recording, and everyone was like, Anyway, here we go.
What is the problem? Because she don't want to tell us her name. Okay, well, you don't have to tell me to cut my music down so I can a problem? What's the problem? We ain't got no problem with that. We understand we got to help people get off the plane and help Betty White if something happens.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, sorry.
You wasting your breath. They gonna take you off the ground.
She just knows her shit, doesn't she?
Did you ask her to agree? You ain't doing your job. Yeah, no nonsense going on. You better get out of my face is what you need to do, Betty.
Wow.
Here, you click this in. You ain't got to worry about two damn things. One black girl named yeah. Girl.
Yep, she's laughing now.
Relate? No.
I didn't realize this video was 5 minutes long. Sorry. Well, here comes the captain. Oh, there's the baggage handler. Now here comes the captain.
Video's cutting out, brother.
All right. Here's the police.
God.
Oh, look, she gets her own private exit.
Got a little bit of bread. That's far away from the bus.
I don't know. That's pretty funny to me.
And her shirt say God on it.
Captain the boarding area. I love it. Anyway.
Okay. Well, okay. Can I go? Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. We play a lot of these videos about passengers acting up on aircraft, okay? Like, when are people gonna fucking realize, like, if you're gonna fuck around, that's what's gonna happen. Like, how hard is it to just, everyone knows that fly is often anyway. Like, you sit near an exit row, you see the flight attendants, they have to be very serious about it and telling them in an emergency, blah, blah, blah. And then people can't just shake their heads. Like, they ask for a verbal response. They'll be like, I'll see someone shake their head and the flight attendant's always like, oh, I need a verbal response, yes or no, and it's like, so when I see things like this, it's either there's alcohol involved, or they just want to cause a fucking scene. But just because she wanted to make shit about her, it ruined everyone's travel plans, whether it delayed them, people probably missed connections, because she couldn't just be a fucking adult about it. Right. And so, you know what? I love when they arrest people like this, because it's like, you know what? You just think you can be on an aircraft and just behave however you want? No, like I wouldn't feel comfortable with that kind of behavior.
And the thing is she was belligerent from the very beginning to the very end. She was shouting out racial slurs.
Yep.
More than once. You know, and she's talking shit to the captain. She's talking shit to the police. She's you know, these flight attendants. Now I've dealt with some flight attendants, and I've dealt with some great flight attendants. And unfortunately, flight attendants, regardless, they have to put up with this shit all day, every day. And, you know, they have to put up with people like this. And when you get someone that's belligerent, that's not going to obey basic rules, then what happens when the shit hits the fan or other things happen? All that flight attendant had to hear, whether this lady was kidding or not, is nope, I'm going to help myself. All right.
Yep.
Get your fat ass out of the exit row.
Yep.
And go to another seat.
Yeah, well, and it's and I'll get to a few of these comments in a second, but it's the flight attendant's job to like make sure everyone is safe on that flight. And part of that job is if this lady, like you said, whether kidding or not, if the flight attendant, because listen, they have to go in the air for who knows how long, and the flight attendant doesn't want to risk being in mid-flight and have this passenger cause issues as well. So, you know, you're a fucking idiot if you think you can just cause problems on a plane, just like William Gilmore says here, just dumb of her entitlement is crazy. It is crazy. Generazzi commenting, oh Lord, this idiot saying it again. The traveling public are so stupid.
Yes,
amen. And definitely the walk of shame. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth your little comments or whatever and saying honey and talking about the white people.
And I'm hoping she looked up and saw everybody that used to be in that plane in the gate area clapping at her.
Yeah, right. And William straight foobar. Yes, absolutely. Got to get to just a couple more. Avgeek Joe. When are folks going to bloody realize flying commercially means it's not a bus? It's supposed to be fun and pleasant. Like bring gifts to your flight crew. Don't drink booze and cop a positive attitude. Now, I'm gonna devil's advocate here. Don't drink booze. Like I like having a couple drinks on the flight to relax me a little bit.
Right.
But if you're someone that has a history of being belligerent when you drink, then yes, stay away from the fucking alcohol.
Well,
but
and just watching that video multiple times, she seemed sober to me. She just seemed like a bitch, and she was going off. She initially made that comment, thought she was being funny. Then she decides to show off a little bit more, and it escalates and escalates. And she's laughing and
telling the flight attendant, honey, get up out of my face, when she's clearly not in her face.
Betty White, come on, give me a break.
I know.
And man, if the shoe was on the other foot and somebody had called her a racial slur, it just.
I mean, we can go ahead and say it. That's part of this whole fucking around. If it was a white person in that seat saying, I'm not going to help all these black people, like this would be going viral for another reason.
Yep.
But instead, you know, it's our fuck around and find out segment. But whatever, dude. She's an idiot regardless. It doesn't even matter what she said as far as race goes. Like you're sitting in an exit row. Don't fuck around.
Exactly. A couple more quick comments, and then we'll end the segment. The amount of crazy things on an aircraft is great. Yeah, Matt, the man. Hey, nice to hear from you tonight.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. And one more from Avgeek Joe. I'm so happy the effing idiots don't fly with me who want sexy and well-paid flight attendants, female pilots who are pale wannabes, who want to show off with turbulence vapes and cheese. Go.
Avgeek Joe. You sure you haven't had a few drinks, Avgeek Joe?
Yep, exactly.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
We love your comments, man. Keep them coming.
Yep, absolutely. And that is this week's edition of Fuck Around and Find Out.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
All right. Don't forget, it's a live show every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Right here on YouTube, X, Facebook, Rumble, And when it's working, Instagram Live, of course. And want to thank everybody, of course, for watching tonight. It's been fun so far. We're missing Aaron. He'll be back, of course, next week. He's just doing dad and husband stuff tonight. AvGeek Joe, no booze, just sweet dreams of air shows. There you go. By the way, we missed a comment. Let's see, where was it? Just up a little bit further. This was from AvGeek Joe, I believe. Yes. We need less tax breaks for the rich and more A-10s, a second F-35 demo team, and a 10 more Boeing F-15EXs.
Yeah,
well said, my friend. Well said.
Way to catch that, brother. That was like an hour ago.
I know,
Jeez.
right? It just kind of caught my eye. Squirrel. Anyway.
Nice.
And here's one more clip before we go to our Instagram stories from account we follow. One more story to follow tonight. And yeah, I know we keep sharing Colin Ruggs shit, but he was the one that kind of had the most interesting stories tonight. So Delta Airlines caught chucking a college team's golf clubs at the San Diego airport before the NCAA championships. The airline industry is becoming one of the most hated industries in America. He's not wrong. The East Tennessee State University men's golf team filmed Delta employees launching their gear on the tarmac. Nice of Delta to handle our clubs with such care, the team said on X. The team was traveling to the NCAA championship in Carlsbad, California, when the incident happened. Check this out.
Oh my God.
And again. There's another one. Watch how far he chucks this one.
Oh my God, dude.
No, I can see.
That.
Well, it's safe to say that if anyone in Boeing there I did it. Freudian slip. Delta's management saw that, and that's probably not going to end well for him.
So, just for the record, I'm going to kind of defend Delta Airlines on this. These are not Delta employees. These are
is that a contract?
This is what happens.
Did have Delta bag carts though. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's a Delta flight. But these are
but usually like my experience when you work for contractors, the baggage carts have the contractor name on them, not the airline. But
the carts do.
The carts do. Yep.
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
Zoom in on this.
So, okay. That on his vest says Unify.
Okay, so they are contract.
Unify is North America's largest ground ground handling contractor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they have contracts for all kinds of different airlines. So now they are representing Delta Airlines. So yes, that should not happen. Number one, but it's not actual Delta employees. But I think Delta is partially to blame because they're not using their own employees. This is what happens when you get these ground workers that are paid minimum wage because it's a contractor. When you're a contractor, you have to bid the lowest to get the bid, period. So these guys are paid the lowest. They don't get flight benefits. They don't give a fuck about passengers or anybody else.
It could just been one idiot too, right? Like we're looking at, but
bags. So
I mean, and be someone who threw bags for many years myself, I've thrown bags. Like I can't sit here and say I haven't, but I can tell you one thing I never threw, and that was a set of golf clubs. I mean,
there is a proper way to throw a set of golf clubs. And that's on a stack of other luggage where it's not going to impact the cement.
Well, yeah.
And it's just a little toss to get it on the cart.
It was like, should I think about this? Maybe since there's a lot of set of clubs and there's a college team on there, maybe they haven't deplanned and maybe they're just sitting me me throw all their shit on the ground. Like, what an idiot, dude.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
throwing
too
them on the
bad.
ground. Yep.
That's
Oh,
too
sorry.
bad.
You're small there. Okay. Confession time. I have thrown one set of golf clubs.
Okay. Good for
This was
you.
when I was working the ramp in Oklahoma City. I was working for AAR, Aircraft Services. They had the ground contract for pretty much all the commercial flights going in for, and especially like we did the charters and that. So one day I'm working and I find out that Tiger Woods is flying in for a golf charity tournament or a charity tournament for kids. I am super excited. I have always loved Tiger Woods. Been a fan. I think he's an amazing golfer. Yeah, maybe before the accident, or before his wife beat the shit out of him more than
I
once.
think I actually like him more now than I used to. But anyway, continue with your story.
So anyway, so he lands in this big, beautiful G5, and his entourage of cars pulls up onto the ramp, and they're waiting. And so I'm like, I make it a point that I get to be the one that greets him, and I'm like, door opens, he walks down the stairs. I go up, I offer my hand. I say, Mr. Woods, welcome to Oklahoma City. It's a pleasure to have you here. If there's anything and he interrupts me and he says, be careful with the golf clubs, and then walks past me and gets in the car. So guess how careful I was with that motherfucker's golf clubs.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't throw Tiger Woods clubs that bad.
Not on the ground, but I threw them in the trunk.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing: as a ramp worker or line worker, when someone's an asshole and tells you to be careful, that's definitely not the top priority at that point.
No, it's not. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did, and say la vie, and that was like 25, 30 years ago. Probably 35 years ago, actually. Jesus, I'm old.
You are old.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what. And by the way, this is Unify. So Unify, North America's largest. We are Unify.
Just a ground transport or a ground handling contract company.
An elite team.
Someone like Hudson General. Yeah, that looks like an elite team to me.
When I jumped on this website, that's the first thing that stood out to me. The guy in the center, he's like, yeah, I fucking dare you. Let me throw your bags.
Probably one of those guys is the one in the video.
Probably. I'm thinking it's the dude in the middle.
Nice.
Service through innovation, meet our clients. So there we are. Delta, Frontier, Alaska, United, and Spirit. Now, remember when you fly on like SkyWest, chances are you're either on a Delta flight, a United, Alaska flight. So yeah, they're gonna touch it regardless. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is Unify.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, damn, it's
couple more comments.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Let's see. And more bro. Oh, William meant to say more bayo.
More bro. Yeah.
Abgeek Joe, I swear the threat of a camera being thrown in a bag is why cameras will always be. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to go back and say it. All those years I threw bags and worked the ramp. Like, I'm not an asshole, and I never like wanted to do anything on purpose to hurt anyone. But sometimes when you're trying to load a flight that has like 200 bags and it's the holidays and you're trying to turn that thing out of there, like when you're stacking that shit, you're going to throw it, which is why I never put anything valuable in my checked luggage. You just shouldn't.
Yep, absolutely. So. And like you mentioned too, and of course, working the ramp at you got rid of it. I'm like, why does it keep going back up there? Working the ramp in Denver or Salt Lake City or like Butte, Montana during hunting season.
Yeah.
I've never thrown so many damn rifles in my entire life.
Yeah.
Those are in all hard cases. And I do recommend if you're a golfer, just put your shit in a hard case.
Hard case. What's gonna happen. Always. Yep. Always a hard case. So
well, brother, I think it's about time for Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
I think that you are correct. I will have it ready by the time you play the plug.
I'm going to play the plug right now.
Okay.
I might have to reset my internet connection because some shit's going on here. Anyway, did that intro play okay?
It was a little bit, but good enough for us to start.
Right. Hopefully it will on the way out. So yeah.
All right. Well, here we go.
Okay. It is time for Instagram stories from accounts we follow. Go for it, brother.
All right, we got oh, there's BH. So that's why he's not listening. He's taking pictures of pretty flowers.
Is he still in,
Yeah, I think he's still
off
on one of the
mainland?
Yes, which is probably why he hasn't joined, but we hope you're having a good time there. All right, what do we got next here? Hopefully this loads good. Okay. Oh, Aaron's wife. Why you wear lashes? Why you don't?
135 pilot, friend of the podcast.
Yes. Looks like he's on a KC-135. What do you know?
Yeah, it's from the 151st in Salt Lake City.
Nice. There's a cool shot.
Love that.
Nice. All right, got some food, got some ads. Podge Planes, see you there. Pre-air show Friday evening, October.
Oh, that's cool. Like a little meet and greet. Maybe we should do that at the Hill Air Force Base air show. Oh, wait, October 28th. That's
October. No, that's June 28th. So yeah, that's going to be.
June 28th. That's the Salt Lake Air Show.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yeah.
Sweet.
Podge Planes.
Podge Planes. Isn't that Audrey girl that's a part of that?
Audrey? I believe it is. Actually.
I think it is. So
hey, Audrey, if you're watching, we'd love to join you. That'd be fun.
We might see you there.
Okay.
And we got Windy City Spotter.
Nice.
Chicago Wooded Town. Got a little bit more. Sharing is an MFer. Nice. ORD Spotting. Welcome, President of Kenya. Nice.
By the way, we wish him the best.
Yes, absolutely.
President of Kenya. Nice.
Don't want to see that guy.
Let me see that dipshit. Not ORD Spotting. The guy.
Yes. The second one. All right. Bayou Shadows Photography. Nice shot.
I love that. Okay. I need to get that art right there.
That is awesome. We have.
So we have some of his work, but this is actually so Sean Hampton art. Sean, we need these lithographs from you, by the way, please. So that is the 50th anniversary of the F-16. That's the demo team paint job.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Love that. That is so cool. We should have talked about that. I guess we're talking about it now. But anyway.
Well, we'll have to get in touch with him, see if we can get some, huh?
Yes.
Looks like he's
Statics.
Yes, nice. 35. Nice building. Not sure what that is. Looks like he's abroad traveling. Oh, nice. There's is that Splinter?
Looks like it.
Oh, nice. 206 on floats, or is that a Caravan? Little Pilatus, and this is coming from short 925 fuse. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's cool. All right. And then got Jacob here.
What's up, dude? Oh, like, Blue Angels and IMAX. What?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. IMAX Blue Angels documentary was incredible. Yeah, we'll have to go see that.
Yeah, we have to go see that now.
Awesome. Okay, advertisement. Kyle Ruby photo. Nice.
Oh, look, and there it is.
Yep, and there it is.
16.
He's got the little
I love that.
The little toy. I think I have one of those somewhere floating around.
I know I used to have one. That's awesome.
Send me the exact moment, but figured out the car. Okay, Blink 182 coming from Sammy. Another ad. Generazzi, no longer available, whatever that was.
Okay.
Bro putting in some work. Nice. Spiders. So like don't like
You.
spiders. And there's Dope 321 driver. Nice. How about him? That's right. All right, a few more here. Aaron's a lot better at doing this than I am.
Yep. Next. That's an
Apparently. Nice.
A Pierce.
Photo X. Av Rider Joe.
Like it.
Nice. RampCheck Go. This is why Bayo is the best. Also, you know what night this is? Nice. Joe's got some cool content. F-111 dump and burn. I want to see this. Damn, look at that F-111.
So cool. They used to do this at the air shows.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Here it goes. Right here.
Oh, right before the good part.
Yep. Yeah, they would. So the fuel dump was in the aft part of the aircraft, and then they would the afterburner, and it would leave. Yeah, it was pretty damn cool.
Damn, nice. That looked like our last plug for RampCheck Global.
Oh,
it's at RampCheck Global. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we love that. We love it.
Wadman said they talked about the demo paint scheme last week. Good. I'm glad it was covered thoroughly.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't able to watch the whole thing, so.
Yep. We were drunk.
Yes, we were.
Just kidding, Mom. Just kidding.
Sister Lisa.
Nice.
And then maybe we'll get a feat more. Damn, there's a lot of ads tonight.
Yep. There are a lot of ads.
Let's see. Cute little baby Quell. Let's get a couple more. Novak _ LOD. Nice. B1. And also, it looks like an F-35 flyby.
On a flex.
Beauty.
Yep. What do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe we'll end on this one, huh? Tucson _ spotting. Tucson air spotting. Wasn't the goal, but I'll take it. Nice.
Red Hawk 1, RIP 78-0482. So, AppGeek Joe says, before we end the segment really quick, yes, Jake Sullivan is a PITA who needs to go. Also, I have some of Sean Hampton's lithos. Yeah, we do too. He's amazing.
We do. Yep, you've got one on the wall. Yeah,
yep.
Behind you.
Show you here really quick. Also from AppGeek Joe, welcome guys. Thanks for sharing my feed. Also, let's have a Salt Lake Pub pre-show toast inviting any afterburner. Exactly. That would be so much fun.
That'd be awesome. Hey, Joe, maybe Bayo will come.
That would be cool, right? All right, everybody. That was Instagram stories from accounts we follow. All right. Yep. I want to point to over here some of the lithographs
over here
that are right there. These are some of the great ones that we got. Let's see.
I've still got to hang mine up, but here's one of mine right here.
Oh, good. Little close-ups. Yep.
You can see my light in there, but
dude, I have to get that F-16. We're gonna have to give him a call or contact him and see if we can get that. So
absolutely.
Yep. Anyway, hey, don't forget to check out the Ramp Swag store, www.rampcheckglobal.com. That's that'll basically it's your landing page for anything and all things RampCheck, including Ramp Swag. Ryan's going to pull up the website here really quick. We'll go through a couple of quick, maybe some new designs, and then I think we'll call it a night, brother.
Yeah, that sounds good. While I'm pulling this up, maybe you can.
I think that would be the highest mountain high I've ever heard of. Yeah, it would be fun. That would be so much fun. I think
it would be fun.
We definitely need to do that, be a part of that. So we'll definitely be there for the air show. So anyway, once again, don't forget it's a live show every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And oh, nice. Here's that's awesome.
Yeah, Aaron gave me a backstory to those, but now can't remember what it was. I was probably really tired when he was telling me about it. But
it has something to do with BH World.
Yes, I think so. But apparently it was popular with him because he ordered a bunch of them. We got
okay.
Our classic fuck around and find out shirts.
I love those.
I know. I still have to get me some of those.
I do too.
Stickers. I'm sure Aaron wants to highlight these cool shirts. It looks like you have a little of everything. You got
Button ups.
Button ups. You got Apaches, Panthers,
Yeah.
F-18s. A little bit of everything.
One of those too, for sure.
Yeah, I know Jetarazzi said he liked those for some work shirts. So hopefully he's gonna jump on. And as always, we have our embroidered stuff. American flag
the embroidered stuff is fairly new within the last few months. So
right.
Yeah, if you haven't been to the Ramp Swag store recently, it's definitely worth it. I love the new RampCheck leggings.
Yep, right there.
Yep, those are pretty cool. I like that design. In fact, I've got kind of some RampCheck in that different font, whatever you want to call it.
I'm glad you didn't say I actually have some of those leggings.
Well, I have those too. I just
nice. I have a hoodie with that black RampCheck stuff, and it looks really awesome. Obviously, with summer right around the corner, we have some swimsuits. Go ahead and grab yourself the ever so popular spaghetti F-35 gear and just some other stuff. So make sure you guys go on there, help support us and what we do. All the money goes towards supporting us being able to be with you guys every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So check it out.
Go out and hang out at Red Flag and do other AvGeek events and photography, air shows, different things like that. So we appreciate you guys. Also, once again, if you are not following us on YouTube, go to YouTube right now to our YouTube channel. Check out some of the awesome content we have. We have lots of stuff on there from Red Flags, air shows, present and past, a lot of shorts content. While you're there, like the content, but make sure you subscribe to our channel, please. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Really, it doesn't. And just kind of help us get over that hump, that next milestone that we're looking to reach. Aaron will be back next week, and all three of us should be here, barring so many crazy unforeseen circumstances. But thanks again for watching tonight. Thanks for following us. We'll see you next week. I'm Tony.
And I'm Ryan. Good day.